Hello and welcome to another instructional video. This is my part 2 of getting started with Canvas. In this video, we're going to be customizing a Canvas homepage. Now, my page might look a little different than yours. Your sample module probably has a few different items in there. Okay, mine does not. And when I open the page, you can see that it's coming up where I've renamed my course as I showed you how to do in the last video. And I really don't have anything here. If we were working with real students, I probably wouldn't tell you to do this right away. But since we don't have any real students in our courses, I want you to publish everything immediately. So you can go ahead and click this Publish button on the homepage, and you'll notice that that will change to green. Okay. And in this sample module, this is blank, but you'll notice this is not published because it has this little circle with a slash through it. So I can click on that check to publish it. Now, some of your Canvas pages you might go to where maybe the course opens to the syllabus page. Maybe the course opens to the modules. Today, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a custom home page. So the first step is going to be to create a page. So in the course navigation bar here, I'm going to click on the Pages button. And you'll notice that there's a little eye through this, and that means that currently students can't see anything because there are no pages. This says no pages created yet. And I can either click on this button to add one, or I can click on this blue page in the upper right. Okay, I'm going to call this Home. And I'm going to pretend that this is a science class. And I want to add some emphasis here. So I'm going to use a heading style 2. And I'm going to say, welcome to our science class. Okay. I'm going to hit return. Now I'm on a fresh line. I would like to put some sort of picture in here. So I'm going to go to insert. And I'm going to go with... I'm going to upload, let's see. If I had some images on my computer, I might upload an image. Now, I don't really know what image I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to a Google search, and I'm going to search for plants. And I want to go to images. And I want to go to tools. Where is it? Settings. Tools. If I go to tools, I can select usage rights, and I want to get Creative Commons licenses. That means I'm searching for pictures of plants that people have given permission for us to use. This first row, these are advertisements, but if I scroll down, the rest of these will be plant pictures that are okay to reuse for non-commercial purposes, meaning that I wouldn't be creating a website that was selling things with these pictures. So let's see. Maybe I'm going to go with this Pixie from pixie.org. Let's see if I click on that page. And I can download this. If I right click on it, and I'm going to save image as. I'm going to call this plants. It's in my downloads folder. I'm going to go to save. Okay. So now the picture is on my computer. And the next step is I need to put it into my Canvas site. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image. I'm going to upload an image. And if I click here, I can then, it automatically took me to downloads, but I can see that downloads is in my list here. We go with plants, open that, submit. Okay, so there is my image. Now I can grab this corner and I can make that a little smaller. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to hit return. I'm going to go to the next line, and I can say, please join me in getting started by clicking on the modules button. Okay. And I'm going to click save. Just as a reminder, Canvas does not, by default, save things. This new text editor, I think, does save some things, but we always want to make sure we at least hit save. And I usually just go ahead and hit save and publish. Okay. So now I have a very basic home page. And you can see I say, please join me in getting started by clicking on the modules button. I could, let me go in here and edit this. I could make this a link to modules. So maybe I'm going to just delete that, and I can go to insert, link, and you'll notice I could do external links. So maybe if I wanted to link to a YouTube video or something, I'd use an external link. But maybe I want to use course links. So I'm going to click on this course link, and you'll notice now I can get the different options that I can access from my course navigation bar. So I'm going to go to course navigation, and I'm going to select modules. Okay, you'll notice it put the word modules in there, and it's blue, denoting that it is a hyperlink. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save that. And let me try this out. If I click on this button, it takes me to the modules page. Okay, let's go back to pages. I'll point out that if I click, even though I call this the home page, if I go over here, I still have the modules as the home page. So I'm going to click on pages. And first I have to tell Canvas that this home page is the front page of my pages. So if I change this, if I click on these three dots, so just at the end of the row, use as front page. Okay, so now that's the front page. Let's see, if I click home, not there yet, but if I click on pages, now that page will come up first. Okay, if I go to home, I have one more step. Is I need to set the home page. So you'll see right, choose home page. And you'll see now I can select pages front page. I click save. And now I have my home page. Now something I might want to do is it's a good habit to always be checking the student view. So let's see what students can see. And I can access that by clicking on these little eyeglasses. You can see in the upper right-hand corner of the page. So I click on that, it shows me the student view, and that looks good. So the students can see part of the navigation bar, and we'll talk about how we can customize that in a little bit. But they can see the page, and then they can click on this button to get started with the modules. Okay, let's now exit so I can leave the student view by clicking the button in the lower right. I'm going to come back to my home page. I want to, let's maybe also put a video on the home page. Now I'm going to use YouTube, and sometimes YouTube is accessible in schools, other times it is not. So you may have to use an alternative video hosting service, and when you have your future job, you'll know what is available in your school. I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to search for first grade plant video. Okay. Ooh, parts of the plant. Ooh, I've seen this one before on the Science Show Kids. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm not going to play this for you. I will note that if you ever put a video in, you need to make sure you watch the whole thing before sharing it with your students. I'm going to go ahead and click the share button, click copy, and if I come back to the home page and I hit paste and I hit space, that will make that automatically turn into a clickable link. Now I think when I save this, let's try this. Canvas automatically adds this little thumbnail video so that then I can play that right here on that page. And I'm not, like I said before, I'm not going to play that. So that's one way that we could put a video in a Canvas site. We have it on our homepage. In reality, I would probably put a video here of me welcoming the students, kind of like I had a video welcoming you to our course. The last thing I'll mention is in the settings, we can control what shows up in this course navigation bar by coming to the navigation tab in settings, and I can drag things if I wanted to hide them. So let's say I didn't want students to see this files option. I can drag that down there. New analytics, nah. Attendance, maybe I will use that, so I'll leave it. Conferences, not going to use that. Rubrics, outcomes, I'm not going to use those. So you can customize this list and also the order. Home always is going to be at the top, but maybe I want to put modules right under home. Announcements, assignments, people, pages, syllabus, rubrics, quizzes, attendance. For me, that looks good. And just as a reminder, anytime we make changes on a Canvas page, we're going to go ahead and click Save. Okay? I know that video is kind of long. Thank you for staying with me the whole time. And in my next video, we'll get into developing individual pages, quizzes, assignments, and discussions in a Canvas module. Thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you next time.